Hi everyone. Today I'm here with Daniel, Mr. Honeybee of Honeybee's Roofing here in Burleson, and we're going to be talking about roofing, what it's like to own a business, and just some general things about what he loves about Burleson. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it today.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. The first question I'm going to ask you is, what made you decide to go into the roofing business?
That's a great question. So, really, it was multiple facets. It was one, my family. So we have a daughter with special needs, and I wanted to make sure that I had an industry that was going to be flexible for me to be able to. I actually have three daughters. I have a 12-year-old, 6.5-year-old, and a 10-month-old. So we have quite a handful there. So I really wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to help grow something long-term for them, also be with them. And the other side was that we've been exposed to construction for a long time, and I really saw a lack of integrity, people not doing what they say they were going to do. And I really thought we could just really bring value with just what we offer in our morals and ethics and how we deal with people.
Right.
So those are major draws.
There are a lot of businesses that lack that today.
Absolutely. Everywhere. Yeah.
A lot of people forget about why they went into business.
Well, they get focused on the dollar signs, and I think if you do something for money, solely for money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And it's like I tell people, like, well, you're passionate about roofing. I was like, it's not so much that it's the roofing, the shingles and the nails. It's more about, I'm more passionate about customer service and delivering that wow experience of refreshing to the industry and to our society.
Yeah, well, that's refreshing to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, it's refreshing to hear. And you had mentioned that you work directly with homeowners and their insurance companies.
So there is that is really important. Whether you work with Honeybee's Roofing or you work with another roofing company, if you have a concern on your roof, I highly recommend that you have the roofer inspect it. If there is a concern, you have that roofer or us there present while the adjuster is there. Often things are misinterpreted or maybe missed. Anytime you have that human element, it's good to have a party there that's solely there in for your interest, to kind of be your eyes and ears and kind of make sure that everything is there. Then it doesn't stop there. We work with them from the beginning of the insurance all the way through the end, and to make sure all payments are received properly. And we coach the customer and we work with the customer to make sure that there is a high level of comfort and understanding. We don't sell, we really educate our customers on options. And we lay out the options, we go step by step, so we're there through the entire process. And a lot of people find that comforting while dealing with the insurance companies, because it can be quite daunting and intimidating. If you don't know your rights, you don't know the bills, consumer bill of rights, you don't know the ins and outs, that's where we become very beneficial. Yeah,
because most people just hear, oh my gosh, I have to have a new roof.
What do I do?
What do I do?
What's next?
And
there's often times that, I'm not saying it's malicious, but we just did a roof a couple weeks ago, not even a week and a half ago, and the insurance offered $2,000 for a repair. We were involved, and at that point we circled back with the homeowner and said, we don't feel this is adequate. And we actually brought that up to $25,000. So once we started working with insurance, it took a couple of weeks, but they came back out, we respectfully challenged their decision, and we started pointing out more things. They were in agreement, and at that point we were up to $25,000. Of course, that doesn't go, that was painting, roofing, labor. There was a lot involved with that, but a lot of trades. But a lot of homeowners I've run into throughout the years, it's been, this is all I have to work with. And I was like, no, hold on, let's look at this and let's, educate and develop options.
Well, that's awesome that you educate, because that's very important. That's kind of like my role in real estate is to educate people.
Absolutely.
People will come to me and say, oh, I want to buy a house. Okay, well, let's sit down.
Sure.
Let's talk about this, because you're not going to buy a car.
Right.
And education is very, very important in this industry. What has surprised you most about owning a business?
What has surprised me about owning the business is really just the exposure with the industry and the thought process of how people treat the consumers, or the thought process of integrity, and how that is played out through daily transactions. That has really been an eye opener and a strong reminder of that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to be like that. The other facets of the business are a challenge, but to me, that's a daily reminder that I'm exposed to often, that put your integrity and your morals first before anything else.
Right. That's refreshing to hear. It's very refreshing to hear. Okay. What are your goals over the next year for your company?
Well, we want to just continue to provide the awesome service that we do. I don't mean that arrogantly, I mean that humbly, but we want to continue to grow at a sustainable rate while continuing to get involved with different aspects of the community and serving our fellow man.
Okay, great. What are some of your greatest challenges that you have?
Oh, okay, good question. So a lot of people don't realize when we are in a neighborhood or we're talking to potential clients, a lot of people think that the roof has to be leaking before to get a replacement. A car tire, if a car tire is going bald, it still drives. You're still going to get point A to point B, but eventually it's going to cause more issues with a blowout and potential safety issues. Well, it's the same thing with the roof. You can have damage up there and not even know it. It can be from a hailstorm from 2 years ago, and we work with the clients in educating that. But a lot of people say, "Oh, it's not leaking, so I'm okay," and we're trying to get people past that point and not being apprehensive. It's like, well, again, it doesn't have to leak for insurance to want to take care of it.
Right.
Because if it's leaking now, insurance has to pay for insulation, drywall, paint, tape and bed, potential furniture, carpeting.
All the water damage.
All the water damage, absolutely. So they'd rather be proactive instead of reactive to the ongoing damage.
Well, with that being said, should somebody get their roof, should you have your roof inspected every year? What?
I would develop a relationship with someone. I think annually, or definitely after any storms, anything that comes through, people are happy to.
Oops. I know.
It's a sign.
Hailstorm.
Call.
I know.
So a lot of people don't. It's the fear. They don't want.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. People are apprehensive of the process, and I get it. I really do. But if you build a relationship with someone that trust, and like, and there's a lot of good guys out there. Absolutely, you want to get inspected annually, if not after storms. Storm season. We had storms going through January, and we just had one a few weeks ago. Mid-July. So yeah, absolutely.
Good. Because I've often wondered that. I'm like, do I need somebody to come look at my roof every year?
Doesn't hurt. And everyone offers free.
This is a sign, folks. Maybe it'll rain.
No, please. Mess up my hair.
That's a good one. Daniel, I know that you guys do referrals. Is it required that somebody has done previous business with you?
Oh, no, not at all. So we have a strong name within our community, and there's often people that will refer a roof to us and a client, and we take care of them, and we are currently paying $200 per referral. In fact, we just recently paid a gentleman. He referred us 5 customers. And
wow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, hello.
We put him on the payroll.
That's right.
No, and we were over a couple months. He referred us 5 customers, and we paid him $1,000.
Good.
Yeah.
Referrals pay off.
Absolutely.
Referrals.
Literally.
Yeah, they do. They do. How long have you lived in Burleson or in the area?
Oh gosh, cumulatively over 30 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so since I was born.
Since you were born. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
No, I love Burleson. Absolutely.
Good. What do you love most about Burleson?
I really love that it's a really small town feeling, but yeah, there's so much amenities. We have so much explosive growth, and I think our local community and government body has done a good job still managing that small feel.
Right. food. Let's talk about food.
Yummy.
What are some of your favorite restaurants here?
Oh, well, I don't think we have that much time, but eating is a hobby of mine. But you know, our Rio Mambo has very. My wife and I were very impressed with their service. They're in to sustain that. Food's delicious, but I would think my go-to place would be our place. You know, that's a night restaurant, not starting a room. We don't have a place.
Not Daniel's house either.
Yeah, nothing like that. Yeah, but we do have some good food there. But our place is a great restaurant, and I love their quality. It's just outstanding.
Yeah, that's a great place to go. Is there anything that you want to see improve within the community?
I think there's always an opportunity, and I think that's an important question. As society grows and technology grows, people really, as they get connected to their phones, get disconnected from people.
Right.
And I really would like to encourage people to have more community involvement versus, just a post or a donation, which those are appreciated. But I really think to make a community strong and to thrive, we come together as a community and continue to help each other and get involved with different events, and that's critical.
You're right. It is. It's very critical. Even with our explosive growth, I think that makes it more critical.
Absolutely, because people come in for that. I would assume for that small town feel. We have the parades, we have community nights, the movie nights, the bands. A lot of things are happening, but if people are not connected and getting involved, there is a risk of losing that because of deterioration of involvement.
Exactly.
But I think we're on the right path, and this community is strongly on board with that.
Right. What's something most people don't know about you?
Oh, let's see. Well, bald is out, so I got. Okay, so I was actually in banking and financing for 17 years. And so that was a healthy platform to be involved with. I just kind of wanted to move forward and do some other things. And I also dabble in professional photography a little bit. So it's kind of a hobby, but it's kind of hobbies turn into other ventures at times.
Maybe it's going to lead you
to roofing.
Down another path.
Well, I love it so much. I love art, but I don't know that I would want that to be my full-time thing. I don't want to take away. I don't want to make that a financial gain for something you enjoy, and that's a creative out. Right,
a creative outlet for you while you're trying to handle a business.
And $3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do some art.
Yeah. I need to go do some art, honey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do you think it's important for people to shop local?
Oh gosh, that is back to what we've been talking about. When you shop local, you're helping me, provide for my daughters. You're helping me put food on my table for them. I turn around and I have subcontractors that I support locally, and then it continues that chain of who you're doing business with. Right. You're providing, you're supporting. It's not for stockholders. You're really supporting your local community because we really reinvest back into our community in different aspects. Right. So it's absolutely critical. Yeah, it is. It's very critical. What's the most memorable experience you've had working with a customer? I'm sure you probably have more than one, but I have. It sounds like an infomercial. There's been times where people we educate them through the process, and I've had grown men say, "Man, I would just want to give you a hug," and I'm like, "I'm a hugger. Bring it in." But really, just being able to take people, and I'm kind of cautious because I've received thank you cards. Emails, text messages, thank you so much. And I put a couple up on my Facebook for the Honeybees Roofing, but I don't want to come across arrogant, like, oh, look at us. It's more like, hey, this is what we're providing. But when you're receiving that type of feedback, and people are like, gosh, the last one we received was, you're the nicest contractor we've ever worked with. Thank you so much. And you're like, that reminds you, you're on the right path. It's not just a good game. It's not a slogan. It's really... Right. Lead with the servant's heart and serve other people. we're very passionate about that.
Good,
Yes,
good,
ma'am.
good. That's really great to know.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
What are some of your favorite things to do in Burleson?
Well, I'm going to go back with, family. Of
Yeah.
course, it's always doing things with the family. I just mentioned Jellystone National
Uh-huh.
Park. That's, especially with our autistic daughter, she loves water.
Mhm.
So we spend time out there. And gosh, there's different networking events. I actually exposed my oldest daughter to that.
Oh, yeah.
To take her to.
That's great.
Yeah, and, I teach one to grow one. So.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So those are some of the things we really enjoy doing as a family, and the parades and other. The city does some great things for the summertime for all families. So,
Yeah, they do. Well, I appreciate you taking the time today.
Sure.
Do you have any questions for me?
So, do you see any? Burleson has been such a hot spot for a while now, but do you see that continuing to grow, or you see the opportunity tapering off, or?
Oh, no, it's not going to taper off. We are continuing to grow. Housing is still in high demand here. We have a lot of people through job transfers, or they're moving from the larger towns, the Friscos, the Planos, the Dallases, and they want to get further south to have that small town feel. They like our school district.
Oh, it's amazing. Our school district is amazing.
Yeah, so Burleson, there is a wealth of opportunity here, and people love it. And most of my people that I've helped this year have moved here from another town.
Wow.
So that's pretty interesting.
It speaks volumes.
And a lot of them have moved in from out of state. So we're getting a lot of transplants. And as long as Texas has a great economy,
Sure.
the housing market it's going to stay very active here.
That's a good
Very
thing.
active here. So
It's good for everyone.
I know it is good for everyone.
For sure.
So thank you again.
My pleasure.
If anybody needs a roof, give Daniel, Mr. Honeybee is what I call him, with Honeybee's Roofing. Give him a call. All his contact information will be posted up here. And you guys have a great day.